they cheered for me or lifted me on their shoulders. No, I'm the king because I took it. Every inch of this mountain, every grain of stone beneath my feet, every goddamn peak that claws at the sky. I took it with my hands, with my blood. With every breath that tried to choke me out, I spit it back and climbed higher. They don't understand what it costs to stand here. They see the crown and think it's made of gold. But it's not. It's forged from the weight of betrayal, from nights spent clawing at my own chest, trying to keep my heart from stopping. It's made of the chains they wrapped around me, the ones I shattered. Every link, a memory. Every break, a scream. You see, they thought I'd fall. They thought I'd crumble under the pressure, that the cold would freeze me, that the rocks would bury me alive. They thought the weight of my past, of their hatred, would crush me. And for a moment, it did. I won't lie. I've been on my knees, face pressed against the dirt, tasting the bitter sting of failure. I've heard their laughter echoing in my skull like a curse. But here's the thing about kings. We don't stay down. We can't. Because the mountain doesn't care about your tears. It doesn't care about your pain, your excuses, or your scars. The mountain only respects one thing: power. And I've earned mine the hard way. They called me weak. They said I wasn't enough. Not strong enough, not smart enough, not ruthless enough. And maybe for a while, I believed them. Maybe I let their words sink into my bones, let them shape me into something I wasn't. But not anymore. Now, I use their words as fuel. Every insult, every sneer, every lie. They're the coals that keep my fire burning. I've been betrayed by those I called brothers. I've been abandoned by those I thought would stand by me. They smiled to my face and drove the blade in deep when I turned my back. And you know what? That's fine. Let them. Because every betrayal, every scar has made me harder, sharper. I've become the blade they tried to cut me with. They think I'm cold. They think I'm heartless. They call me a monster, a tyrant, a demon. And maybe they're right. Maybe I've had to become all those things just to survive. But I'd rather be a monster than a coward. I'd rather be feared than pitied. You want to know the truth? I don't need their approval. I don't need their love or their applause. I don't need them to bow at my feet or sing my praises. Because I've learned the hard way that kings don't need validation. Kings don't need permission. Kings take what's theirs, and they defend it with everything they've got. They'll never understand the sacrifices I've made to stand here. They don't see the sleepless nights, the battles fought in silence, the wars waged within my own mind. They see the crown, but they don't see the cost. They see the throne, but they don't see the broken bones, the shattered dreams, the rivers of blood it took to build it. I've bled for this. I've burned for this. And I'll be damned if I let anyone take it from me. They think they can stop me. Let them try. Let them come with their armies, their schemes, their lies. I'll face them all. I'll crush them beneath my boots and scatter their ashes to the wind. Because I'm not just a king. I'm the storm that drowns them. I'm the fire that consumes them. I'm the nightmare they'll never wake from. I didn't climb this mountain to play nice. I didn't fight my way to the top just to be knocked down. I'm here to rule, to conquer, to leave a legacy that'll echo through the ages. And if that makes me the villain in their story, so be it. I'll wear that title like armor. They'll never know what it's like to carry this weight. To stand alone against the world and still refuse to break. They'll never understand the strength it takes to keep going when every step feels like it might be your last. But that's fine. I don't need their understanding. I don't need their sympathy. I need nothing from them. I am the king, not because they chose me, but because I chose myself. Because I refused to give up, refused to give in, refused to let their doubts become my reality. They think they've won, that they've broken me, but they're wrong. I'm still here. I'm still breathing, and as long as I'm alive, I'll keep fighting. I'll keep climbing. I'll keep proving them wrong, because that's what kings do. We endure. We rise. We dominate. So let them talk. Let them plot and scheme and pray for my downfall. It won't matter. In the end, they'll see. They'll see what happens when you try to bury a man who's already been through hell. They'll see why I'm the king. Because I am unbreakable. I am unstoppable. I am the mountain they'll never conquer. I am the king. And this is my kingdom. You think I wanted this? You think I dreamed of standing alone, carrying the weight of this crown and the scars that come with it? No. I didn't ask for this. But when life gave me a choice, crawl in the dirt or rise to the throne, I made my decision. I didn't choose to be king because I wanted glory. I chose it because it was the only way to survive. They don't tell you what it costs to be strong. They don't tell you that strength isn't about muscles or weapons. It's about pain. Strength is forged in suffering. It's carved out of every betrayal, every loss, every moment. You think you can't go on, but force yourself to take one more step anyway. That's the kind of strength they'll never understand. I wasn't born to rule. I wasn't handed anything. While they were sitting in their castles, counting their riches and laughing at me, I was out here, fighting for every scrap, for every breath. They lived in comfort, while I lived in chaos. And that's the difference between them and me. Comfort made them soft. Chaos made me unbreakable. Do you know what it feels like to be hated by the very people you bled for? To be cast aside like you're nothing more than a shadow, a stain on their perfect little world. I do. I know it too well. They spat on me. They mocked me. They said I'd never amount to anything. That I was just a failure. A mistake. But look at me now. I'm the one standing at the top of the mountain. And they're the ones looking up. Choking on the dust I left behind. I've heard their whispers. He's too harsh, too cruel, too relentless. But they don't know what it takes to survive up here. The air is thinner at the top. The winds are colder. And the higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. You don't make it by being kind. You don't make it by playing fair. You make it by being ruthless. By doing whatever it takes to stay alive. And that's what I am. Alive. Despite everything they threw at me. Despite every obstacle. Every enemy. Every storm. I'm still standing. And I'll keep standing long after they're gone, buried in the rubble of their own weakness. They like to act like they're untouchable, like their words can't hurt them, like they're better than me. But I see through their masks. I see their fear. I see their desperation. They hide behind their smiles and their titles. But underneath it all, they're just cowards, trembling at the thought of someone like me. Someone who doesn't play by their rules. Someone who refuses to bow. And that's why they hate me. Not because of what I've done, but because of what I represent. I'm a reminder that they're not as powerful as they think. That no matter how high they build their walls, there's always someone willing to tear them down. I've learned that the world doesn't give you what you deserve. It takes from you. It chews you up and spits you out. And it doesn't care how much you've suffered, how hard you've tried. The only only way to survive is to take what's yours and never let go. They called me a monster, and maybe they're right. But monsters don't cry about being misunderstood. Monsters don't beg for acceptance. Monsters rise above it all and remind the world why they were feared in the first place. So let them call me what they want. Let them spread their lies and their hate. It won't change a damn thing. Because no matter how loud they scream, no matter how hard they try to tear me down, I'll keep climbing. I'll keep fighting. I'll keep proving them wrong. They think they can stop me. Let them try. I've faced worse. I've fought battles they can't even imagine. I've stared death in the face and laughed. I've been broken and rebuilt more times than I can count. And every time, I've come back stronger. They think I'm cold because I don't show mercy. But mercy is a luxury I can't afford. Mercy is what got me hurt in the first place. I gave them chances, and they used them to stab me in the back. So now, I take no chances. I give no mercy. Because I've learned that kindness is a weakness in a world like this. I'll never forget the ones who doubted me. Their faces are burned into my memory. Their words etched into my soul. And every time I feel like giving up, every time I think I can't go on, I remember them. I remember their laughter, their sneers, their smug little smiles. And it fuels me. It drives me to keep going, to keep proving them wrong. Because I'm the king. Not because they said so, but because I earned it. Because I fought for it. Because I refused to give up when everyone else did. They'll never understand what it means to be me. They'll never understand the pain, the sacrifice, the loneliness. But that's fine. I don't need their understanding. I don't need their approval. I don't need anything from them. All I need is this mountain, this throne, this crown, and the unshakable will to keep fighting, no matter what. So, let them come. Let them try to take what's mine. I'll show them why I'm the king. I'll show them what happens when you push a man too far. When you try to break someone who's already been through hell. Because I'm not just a king. I'm the storm. I'm the fire. I'm the mountain they'll never conquer. I'm the king, and I'll reign until the day I draw my last breath. You think they'd stop coming, but they won't. They'll keep testing me. Keep clawing at my throne like rats trying to gnaw through stone. They think persistence will wear me down. That their collective weight will topple me. Fools. They don't realize they're not facing a man. They're facing a force. A hurricane doesn't negotiate. A wildfire doesn't apologize. I am not something they can reason with. I am not someone they can break. Let them come with their armies. Let them bring their schemes, their whispers, their alliances. They'll crumble like all the others. Because while they plot in the dark, I walk through the fire. I've already been through worse than anything they can throw at me. Their betrayals. I've survived worse. Their weapons. I've endured more. Their words. I've carried heavier burdens. Do you know what makes me different? It's not strength. It's not cunning. It's not power. It's this. I refuse to stop. I refuse to die. While they sleep, I grind. While they celebrate their hollow victories, I prepare. While they wait for the perfect moment, I create my own. That's why I'll always be ahead. That's why I'll always win. They're too busy looking at each other, competing with one another, to realize I'm above them all. They fight over scraps while I take the mountain. They bicker over shadows while I claim the throne. And when they finally look up, it's too late. I've already won. They think they understand pain. They don't know the first thing about it. Pain isn't a punishment. It's a teacher. It's the forge that sharpens the blade. It's the fire that purifies the soul. Every scar on my body, every wound that's healed over, is a testament to lessons learned the hard way. And I've learned them all. I've learned that trust is a weapon turned against you. I've learned that love is a leash they use to hold you back. I've learned that kindness is a weakness they exploit. And I've learned that the only person I can rely on is the one staring back at me in the reflection of this crown. They'll never admit it, but they fear me. Not because of my strength, but because of my resolve. Strength can be matched. Power can be taken. But resolve, that's unshakable. That's the difference between me and them. When they hit a wall, they stop. They cry. They beg for mercy. But me, I break through it. Every obstacle they've put in my way has only made me stronger. Every betrayal has only made me wiser. Every failure has only fueled my hunger. That's the thing about kings like me. We're not born. We're forged. And the forged doesn't care about your comfort, your dreams, or your excuses. It only cares about one thing: whether you're strong enough to survive. They think I've forgotten. They think time has softened me. dulled my edge. They think the scars have faded, that the fire in my heart is burned out. But they're wrong. I remember everything. Every face. Every word. Every knife in my back. I carry them with me, not as wounds, but as reminders. Reminders of why I fight, why I endure, why I'll never stop. Because this isn't about revenge. This isn't about proving them wrong. This is about proving myself right. I don't care if they see me as a monster, a tyrant, or a demon. I don't care if they hate me. Hell, I prefer it that way. Their hate fuels me. Their fear drives me. Their doubt inspires me. I've walked through the darkness they tried to bury me in. I've stared into the abyss they hoped would swallow me. And do you know what I found? Power. Not the kind they crave. The kind that comes from titles and riches. But the kind that comes from knowing you've already survived the worst. They think power is about control, about making others bow. But real power is knowing you don't need anyone to bow to you. It's standing alone, against the odds and saying, I am enough. And that's what they'll never understand. That's why they'll never reach me. Because they're still chasing something outside of themselves. They're still trying to fill a void that can't be filled. But me, I've made peace with the void. I've embraced it. I've turned it into my greatest weapon. They think I've reached my peak, that I've gone as far as I can go. But they're wrong. The mountain doesn't stop. It keeps rising, and so do I. Every step, every climb, every victory is just another beginning. I don't stop. I don't rest. Because kings like me don't get the luxury of peace. And that's fine. I don't need peace. I don't need rest. I don't need comfort. All I need is the fire in my chest, the storm in my veins, and the mountain beneath my feet. So, let them try. Let them come for me, with everything they've got. I'll meet them head on. I'll tear through their ranks, break their spirits, and remind them why I'm the king. Not because I was chosen, but because I chose myself. Because I earned it. Because I took it. And when the dust settles, when the echoes of their defeat fade into silence, they'll have no choice but to acknowledge the truth. I am the king, not just of this mountain, but of my own destiny. And no one will ever take that from me. They think silence means surrender. They see me here, alone, and assume I've been defeated. Fools. They don't understand the kind of power that comes from solitude. The kind of clarity that only comes when the noise of the world is stripped away. Silence isn't weakness. It's strategy. It's the calm before I unleash everything I've been building. Because while they've been scrambling to tear each other apart, I've been watching, waiting, sharpening every weapon at my disposal. The silence isn't for them, it's for me. It's the space where I plan their downfall, where I remind myself why I fight, why I rise, why I will never, ever stop. They thought the mountain would break me, that its cold winds and jagged peaks would strip me down until there was nothing left. But the mountain didn't break me. It made me. Every stone, every storm, every damn step was a test, and I passed them all. I didn't climb this high just to look down and let them pull me back. I am not the same as them. I never was. They fight for glory, for recognition, for the fleeting applause of people who will turn on them the moment they stumble. But me, I fight for something deeper. I fight because this mountain is mine. Because I earned every inch of it with my blood, my sweat, my sacrifices. They'll never understand what it takes to carry this kind of weight. To wake up every day knowing the world is against you. That the odds are stacked so high they might as well be the sky. But that's the thing about kings like me. We thrive under pressure. We grow stronger with every weight they pile on. Do you know what it's like to have everything taken from you? To watch as the people you trusted, the people you bled for, turn their backs and leave you in the dirt. I do. I've lived it. I've felt the cold sting of betrayal, the hollow ache of abandonment. And for a long time, it broke me. But not anymore. Now I look at those scars, and I don't feel pain. I feel power. Every scar is proof that I survived what they couldn't. That I endured what would have destroyed them. They thought they could bury me, but all they did was plant the seeds of something they'll never control. I remember the nights I spent clawing my way out of the abyss they left me in. Nights when the only light came from the fire inside me, burning too hot to extinguish. They thought I'd stay in that darkness forever, but they didn't realize I am the darkness. I used to think I needed them, that their acceptance, their approval, was the key to everything. But I see it now for what it really is. A lie. I don't need their validation. I don't need their loyalty. I don't need a damn thing from them. All I need is this crown, this mountain, and the unshakable will to keep fighting, no matter what. Because while they've been trying to tear me down, I've been building something they'll never touch. They can take their armies, their schemes, their lies, and throw them all at me. It won't matter. I've already faced worse. They don't realize what they've done. By pushing me to the edge, they've created something they can't control. They've turned me into the thing they fear most. A king with nothing to lose. A king who doesn't play by their rules. They think I'm cruel because I don't flinch when they beg for mercy. They think I'm heartless because I don't stop when they fall. But they don't see the truth. Mercy is for those who've earned it, and none of them have. Do you know how many times I've given them chances? How many times I've tried to extend a hand, only to have it bitten? No more. I've learned my lesson. If they want my respect, they'll have to take it the same way I took this mountain. With grit, with fire, with blood. But they won't. They don't have it in them. They'll try. Oh, they'll try. But they'll fail. Because when it comes down to it, they're not willing to pay the price. They're not willing to sacrifice their comfort, their pride, their safety. But me, I've sacrificed everything. That's why I'll always be the king. Because I've done what they can't. I've walked through the flames and come out harder, sharper, unbreakable. They like to tell themselves that I'm the villain in their story, that I'm the reason they've failed. But the truth is, they've failed because they're weak. They've failed because they weren't willing to climb as high, to fight as hard, to endure as much. They've failed because they're not me, and they never will be. Because I'm not just a man. I'm a testament to what happens when you refuse to give up. When you take every hit, every loss, every betrayal, and turn it into fuel. I am the king. Not because they chose me, but because I chose myself. Because I earned this crown with every step, every battle, every scar. So let them come. Let them try to take what's mine. I'll remind them why this mountain belongs to me. I'll remind them why I'm the storm they'll never survive. I'll remind them why